Hello everybody, how you doing? I'm doing okay. If you saw a couple videos ago of my table that I bought with the stools that I wasn't sure if I was going to use the ones that came with the table because they were a little short, and I said that they would make better plant stands. Well, that's exactly what I'm using them for. After work, I went to Home Depot and I got two house plants, nothing huge. They were $14.98 a piece, I believe. Yeah, so, and you might have saw another video of mine where I had to get rid of my plants because I had a bug problem in the plants. They were laying eggs. I don't know if it was the soil I used or what. Anyways, I'm going to show you the plants that I bought, and I brought the stools out into my living room, and I'll show you how I have them. And then I'm going to sit and I want to talk and have a little bit of a vent session, rant, or just telling you how I feel about something, and you all might feel the same way too. So let me turn this around and I'll show you what the plants look like. Okay, so there's the stools I was talking about. Right here, it's just these stools that came with the table, and they're just too short for my liking, and I think that they looked a little silly. As you can see, they make better plant stands. So I just went to Home Depot and I picked up these, $14.98, just like I said. And I said, you know what, I'm going to bring those stools out and use them as plant stands. So I did. And there's the other one, but I wanted to make one of them a little higher than the other. So there's the stool. This is just a riser that I bought at Target from the dollar spot probably about a year ago, and I put that on there. And yeah, and there's the other plant right there. I know as they grow I'm going to need bigger pots, but that's totally fine. They're doing okay in these pots, and I don't know if these are called pothos. I've had these before years ago at an apartment, and they are so easy to take care of. They grow great. It takes a lot to damage them or kill them. I don't want to use the word kill, but that is what I did with the stools, and yes, they do make better plant stands. Let me know what you think. And yeah, so I'm going to come back to you. Hello, I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to sit in my recliner. I'm going to talk to you what I want to talk to you about. Okay, so here I am in my recliner, and I'm going to talk to you about something that I'm struggling with. And someone else might be struggling, or they might agree with me, but not necessarily struggling with it because you just accept that it's the sign of the times and the world we live in. And it's not that I don't accept that it's a sign of the times, because I do realize it is. But what I'm getting at is, and I've done videos on this before, is social media and cell phones. And maybe I long to live in the world that I lived in when I was a kid, so much to the point where I take such offense at stuff like this. But anyways, I saw a meme, and it said something along the lines of, your cell phone has already taken place of your checkbook, your bill paying, mail delivery, or something. Your cell phone's taken the place of blah blah blah, everything that we've used to do in person. All right, took me a few minutes to say that. Your cell phone's basically taken the place of everything that you've done in person. Don't let it take place of your family. And that's what I want to talk about. Yesterday was Easter, and I saw some family, and I don't know, that someone else might not do a video like this because family watching, but I'm at the point where that's fine. I don't care. I do care about whatever. Here I go. I went and I saw family yesterday, and it was one big cell phone session, and we had dinner, and there were some family members that I don't see often. I see them on Facebook or social media, and the interaction between family members, it's just not even there anymore. It's not there anymore. And I think not just family members, friends, because you can see someone on Facebook, you know, a friend, and then see them in real life, and they'll almost be like look away or something. Like Facebook is that's enough interaction on there. It's like taken place. Social media has taken place of human interaction. So this family member, I feel like sometimes this family member doesn't even know how to address me or talk to me. And then, you know, the two people that I was visiting, where were they? They're outside taking selfies, and that's what they're there for. They're taking selfies and making it their Facebook profile picture. And I'm just sitting in the house. And it's offensive. It's so offensive. And maybe, like I said, I struggle with this, and I'm struggling to even talk about this. As you can see, I usually have no problem talking to you guys. It's offensive. It's offensive when someone has their face in their phone, or they disappear into the other room, and you go and you look and they're on their phone. And they got Facebook pulled up, and they're scrolling through. It's like, can you put that away a little bit? And I haven't seen you in a while. Can you just talk to me? And it was a couple people. It hurts, because I try to live in the world that I grew up in, and I know that we don't live in those times, but we can live in those times. We can. It's just that we're so addicted. We're so addicted to social media and the scrolling and the cell phone and our self-images of what people think about us, that we overlook the people that are right with us. Part of my job as an activity director is when we get new people coming to the facility, I need to do an assessment or like an interview, and I talk about things that they like to do, you know, social history, marital status, family, stuff like that. And I met with one woman today, and she's, you know, a new admission, and I was talking to her, and she said she doesn't really like to do much anymore. She recently lost her husband in October, so just a few months ago. And you know, she was talking about, you know, family and missing her husband. And she looked at me and she said, enjoy every moment of your life. She said, really, enjoy every moment that you have. And I try to, but it seems like I feel like I'm in a dying breed sometimes. People, we need to be in the moment. Put your phone down and interact with the people that are in the room with you. Never mind taking pictures of yourself or you and your spouse to make it your new Facebook profile pic. Because honestly, who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Because while you're so self-absorbed with social media and taking pictures of yourself, your family's waiting for you, or friends are waiting for you. Anybody could be waiting for you. You're wasting time. So absorbed and addicted to what has taken place of our banking. Heck, you don't even need to go to the grocery store anymore. Order it online. They'll deliver it to your house. And I was in another situation today where, what's that food delivery? The fast food delivery. People don't even go to restaurants anymore. People don't even go to restaurants anymore. I have a call coming in. I hope that you guys don't see that. You just call up DoorDash. That's what it's called, DoorDash. Just call up DoorDash and your lunch is brought to you. Whatever happened to making lunch at home? Packing a lunch the night before and bringing it to work. Everything's so impersonal. We live in just in a world of convenience. And I didn't grow up in a world of convenience. I grew up in a world of going to church and going to the grocery store and making my own meals, or my mom making my meals, and people interacting face to face. And if it wasn't face to face, it was an actual phone call. It wasn't a text message or a quick Facebook Messenger message. People don't even talk to each other anymore. And when they do text someone, it's like they can't even write out the word okay. It's the letter K. Like that's the answer, K. And yes, I have a cell phone. And yes, I do have social media. My preferred social media is my YouTube channel. And then I went to church yesterday. I went to a new church, and I mentioned that I was going to do that in my Easter hello quick video I did yesterday. And the church was packed. It was a new church, and there were children in the church. There was a lot of children. There were babies, and a lot of them were making noise, but it wasn't obnoxious. And the pastor was just talking through it like the noise wasn't even there. He was focused. And it was nice to see that. It felt like the old-fashioned days, or not old-fashioned days, the days I long for. The days I long for. And I just was listening and just enjoying myself at this church. And I said, you know what? Children make the church. They make the church. Just children's laughter. And it's showing you that there are some people out there with family values that will take their children to church. Just like my mother took me to church. I mean, she took me to church when I was 6 weeks old, and I always went to church. I don't know, I just struggle. I struggle in this impersonal world we live in. And folks, don't let your Facebook take place of actually just talking to your family member. And I know that it's not just the situation I was in yesterday that goes through this. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. So what is my option or solution? I don't know. I could not go around people if it's going to bother me that much. I could just live in my own little world that I live in. And I do live in my own little world. Who else finds delight as a 56-year-old woman staying at home and watching the Brady Bunch? I don't know. That's just the world I live in. I do go out. You guys know that. But that's what I find enjoyment in. I find enjoyment in the days of old where people talk to each other. I like watching the Brady Bunch. I like looking at their clothes and just the niceness. I like watching retro movies. I like watching the Waltons. I know I've talked to you about that too. What is the answer? I don't know what the answer is. But you know what, folks? Put your phone down. Don't let the phone or your image, your self-image, or or you're caring about what other people think of you, where you totally disregard the people that are in the room with you, so you can go outside and take a picture of yourself and put it on the internet to impress people that don't matter. Who cares? Who cares? Talk to the people that are in front of you, because they're not going to be around forever, are they? No. Like that lady told me, enjoy every minute. Enjoy every person. I don't know. Maybe next year I'll just show up for dessert. I don't know. I don't know. But anyways, put your phone down. Have a good night.